Hello everybody, this is Todd and welcome to Honeysuckle Farms. Another hot day. It's Friday. As you can see behind me, we just got back from the feed store. Got a little late start this morning. Had to take care of some business. Got all that done, and here we are. So hope y'all had a great week. Looking forward to a good weekend. Gonna get a lot of stuff done. Hopefully, as usual, we do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So we keep it going. Got the carriage house moving up strong. Hopefully gonna get that east wall done this weekend, which will leave us the front wall for the next weekend, and then just run the boards up and top her out. But yeah, making progress. Well, let's see what we got for today. We're gonna mix up some pig feeds, work in the garden, and then probably after lunch, we're gonna go and take the backhoe over by the carriage house over here. We're gonna clear that area out. I've got some stumps over there, and then we're gonna start clearing this section right here. We've got quite a few trees to take down. I think probably the only tree we're gonna leave is gonna be this big tree here on the corner, a big oak, and the rest of it we're gonna clear on out. And that's what we're gonna do for yard day today. Tomorrow we got to work on some pig pens, get some stuff cleaned out around there, so we can get Lee back in his pen with Lynn. The babies are doing real good. I think it'll be fun to introduce him back in there. And we got a bunch of issues going on we'll have to talk about later. I set up a processing date for Sweet Pea. She's our barren sow that we've had for now 4 years that has never bred. So it's time for her to go and make sausage. But I called to schedule my beef, my steers to go in, and they told me they're booked up till April of next year. So I'm scheduled for, I think, April 23rd. A month and a half, 2 months ago, I called. I was there a month, maybe month and a half. I was there, and they were still in November. They were great. With the changes in the economy, the cost of feed, the cost of hay, and the drought they're having out west, everybody's selling their cattle, and I guess it's translating over to here. We've got a lot of people selling their animals off, and therefore there's no spaces left. So we're gonna have to find another processor. I don't plan on feeding these steers we have any longer than December. I like to take them in December once they start building up their winter fat. It's good marbling. I think it's the best quality meat at that time. So we're gonna have to make some calls and figure that out. It's a tough world out there, but you know, like my mom always said, look at the good, at least we've got them. If we have to, I got a backhoe and a knife, and we'll butcher them ourselves. It just does not matter. There's no problems, only solutions. But I'm sure we'll be able to find somebody who can do it better than that. We're getting low on beef, so it's about time we get it all set up. So hope you guys have a great weekend. We're gonna get on the chores, and it's time to get at it. All right, so got done mixing up the cow feed and the pig feed, and decided it was a little too hot to work in the garden right now. So we're off to go get hay, and then when we get back, we're gonna jump on the backhoe and start clearing some property. Anyway, we gotta get at it. this is Todd with Honeysuckle Farms. It's Saturday afternoon. Had a long morning this morning. We spent the morning cleaning up some of the pig pens and cleaning out and doing some maintenance on the pig pens, and also down in the pasture. But yesterday we were trying to get some work done. We went and got feed, as I stated before, and we were going to get on the backhoe, and we started clearing back over in here, and it ended up coming rain, and I ended up working for a few hours. I quit, and then the rains came, and we probably got about 4 inches of rain. Needless to say, the situation in the pasture isn't looking too good right now. I've got to say some prayers and hope for some warm weather, but not deathly hot weather like we've had. But hopefully we can get that worked out and dried out. But we're going to be working today, the rest of the day, on some clearing. And this is an area right outside the carriage house here. We're going to clear it like we have over in the front part. Get most of these trees out. Probably the only tree we'll keep will be this large oak tree. The rest of it, we'll get it all cleared out, because the main house is going to eventually be over there. There'll be a drive coming through in here, and so on and so forth. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing this afternoon. So time to clear some property. Got to get at it. Okay, woo, it's getting toasty out here again. Well, we made a dent on the clearing today. Got a little more time. It's a way to beat the heat. Instead of getting out there and killing myself right now, I jumped on the tractor, did a little tractor work. Way I keep busy and just keep getting stuff done. I tell you what though, this is one thing I don't like to do. I love clearing, excuse me, clearing and making new property for the farm, clearing out this area by the carriage house, you know, for the future. But one thing I don't like to do is take trees down. And the area where we've picked to build our carriage house and eventually build our main house has a lot of plants that I fell in love with. And that's one of the reasons why I bought this place. It had a lot of wild plants growing here that, you know, like for instance, grape leaves. Now some of y'all don't know what those are, and they do have wild grapes on them, but you can also use them in cooking. We have a dish, it's stuffed grape leaves. It's similar to stuffed cabbage, and in our family we love it. I used to actually pick those at one time. So, you know, plus we have the huckleberries. And another plant that most people think is a nuisance that we love to have on here is palmettos, saw palmettos. Most people think they're a nuisance because if you got them on your property, they're hard to kill. But I believe they're one of the oldest plants in the country. And they say they have rings on them, and they've got some that they think are over 1,000 years old. And not only are they a good plant to have around, they're good for the bees. They give a nice flower bloom on the certain plants. About every 3 years, I think they bloom,
and they grow berries on them. And these are called saw palmetto berries. Now, not only are they, like I said, beneficial for the bees, but they're also profitable. The saw palmettos berries are used in the treatment of prostate and research and treatment of prostate cancer. They used to sell for like $1 a pound, 90 something cents a pound, but in recent years they've gone up to $3 to $4 a pound. And on a property like we have, you could probably get, you know, a couple hundred pounds easily without breaking a sweat. And they have a place right down from us, probably 5 minutes, 10 minutes away, that actually buy these things. And we haven't had a chance to do it ourselves. One year we had a nice bumper crop and somebody came in and took our berries. But not only that, they have food value. Just like the palm that you see, you hear the heart of palm, the saw palmetto has a heart too. And we cut this out. I'm gonna probably try to cook this tonight some way, grill it, marinate and grill it. I've never had it before, but you know, hey, I had to cut the plants down, so might as well try to make some use out of it. And we'll see how that turns out. Owning land is about not just owning a piece of dirt, it's about the trees, it's about everything, the whole ecosystem. And you know, once you disturb that, it has its effects. And you know, everybody looks great, the other side of the carriage house looks great, but and this will look great when it's done, but I will never forget, you know, the things that I had to do to make this possible. And I will try to put back, if not as much or the same or if more, back into the property, so to make it beneficial to this world. So anyway, I'm sweated enough, it's hot enough. We're gonna take a little break and fixing to go feed the cows and feed the pigs. Got to get at it. Good morning, everybody. This is Todd with Honeysuckle Farms. It's Sunday. You can always tell it's Sunday because I haven't shaved in a few days. I don't shave when I come here. I don't worry about that. But anyway, again, it's Sunday. It's Carriage House Day. And I wanted to show you what we're at so far. On the west wall, we're 2 courses above the windows. On the north wall, we got our first course above the window. And the job today, the plan today, is to get this east wall done. Get above the windows. So, it's going to take a little work. We've already got 2 of our boards cut right here. For this section, we need to cut 2 more. We'll be able to set our first board up over here, and then we'll take and carry across with a shorter board over to here, and so on and so forth, and work our way with, I think, a full 16-footer may carry just past this point. But anyway, we're going to be working on the west wall. As you can probably see now, yesterday I was working on clearing this area out on the other side of the carriage house. Got a pretty good bit done. Still got quite a bit left to do, but we'll get her done. Just a little bit at a time, you know, one weekend at a time. We're gonna drop that oak tree right there. Gonna pretty much take all the trees that are ate up and not looking good down in through here. Keep a few nice ones here and there, nice healthy oak trees, and but that's what we ended up doing yesterday. You know, we're getting there, folks. I hope you're enjoying the content. It's you know, it's real as it gets. Every weekend I come up here and try to get done what I can get done. We ordered our trusses last week. There's been a shortage on trusses, and it's been very hard to get trusses. And when I first 5 or 6 phone calls I made, they were telling me 5-6 months to a year to get trusses. And I was able to talk to one fella here, and he told me 4 weeks, which I was like, okay, so we got to get things ready. So that's the plan. Truss is coming in 3 weeks now. We're going to work on this east wall today, and we got to get at it. All right. Well, it's the end of the day. It's Sunday afternoon. I had to go take a shower and get cooled off. It was super, super hot today, but we were able to get through it and get most of the east wall completed. It's looking good. I can't wait. We're getting closer, folks. And of course, I was showing you what we were doing over here. We were clearing out this area.
We'll get to work back on that next weekend. But other than that, it's been a good weekend. Probably lost a couple of pounds just from sweating to death. But everybody out there, y'all need to keep hydrated and keep cool in this heat. Something I don't do as well for myself, so don't follow my actions. You guys take care of yourself out there. It's deathly hot. But we got rain coming in an hour. We're gonna go ahead and pick up and clean up, pack up and feed the pigs and the cows and head on home. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I hope you have a great week. And remember, don't ever give up on your dreams. This is Todd with Honeysuckle Farms. Hope to see you next video.